hunters? After playing Monster Hunter Outlanders Beta for about a month, I think it's finally time to share my honest thought. I've spent my time exploring the world, fighting monsters, crafting gear, testing the Gacha System, and trying most of the content currently available in the beta. And after reading comments from other players, I noticed that almost every discussion comes back to three major concerns: the Gacha System, the leveling system, and whether the monsters are simply too easy. But before we talk about those concerns, let's talk about what Outlanders gets right. The first thing that surprised me was the combat. Honestly, it feels much closer to a real Monster Hunter game than I expected from a mobile title. Yes, the game includes optional features like attack warnings, monster HP bars, and simplified controls. But most of these can be turned off, allowing for a more traditional hunting experience. After spending a month with the beta, I can confidently say that the combat is one of the game's strongest points. It's not exactly the same as the mainline games, but it still captures the feeling of hunting monsters, learning attack patterns, and finding openings to deal damage. Another thing I really enjoyed is the open world and its exploration mechanics. Unlike traditional Monster Hunter games, Outlanders puts a much bigger focus on traversal and exploration. The game introduces several movement systems that make traveling around the world faster and more enjoyable. Instead of simply running from one location to another, exploration feels like an actual part of the experience. Combined with the beautiful environments and large maps, it's easy to spend time just exploring and discovering new areas. Co-op has also been a positive experience for me. Hunting with other players feels smooth, and overall I've had a lot of fun playing multiplayer. Performance has been surprisingly good as well. I didn't experience any major bugs, crashes, or serious technical issues during my time with the beta. Now let's talk about the biggest concern, the Gacha System. This is easily the most controversial feature in Monster Hunter Outlanders. The game doesn't just have gacha for cosmetics or optional items, it includes characters and palicos as part of its progression system. What makes this more important is that different characters can have different movesets, even when using the same weapon type. Personally, the system hasn't ruined the game for me, but I completely understand why many players are worried about it. Whether Outlanders succeeds in the long term will depend heavily on how fair and balanced this system feels when the game officially launches. The second concern is the leveling system. To be honest, this is probably the feature I like the least. Your characters need levels, your palicos need levels, and stronger monsters are tied to progression levels. Sometimes it feels like progression depends more on leveling systems than on hunting skill. As someone who has played Monster Hunter since the PSP era, I would rather see progression tied more closely to equipment, experience, and player mastery. And finally, monster difficulty. The monsters are fun to fight, but if I'm being honest, I think they need to be stronger. Many hunts feel easier than what I'm used to in previous Monster Hunter games. I would like to see monsters with more health, more dangerous attacks, and a greater overall challenge. At the same time, this is still a beta. Progression is faster than it will probably be at launch, and balance changes are almost certainly coming. There's also another question that many players have been asking. If monsters become much stronger in the future, will the current hunt timer still feel fair? That's something we'll have to wait and see. So after 1 month, what's my overall verdict? I genuinely enjoyed Monster Hunter Outlanders Beta. The combat is fun, the world is beautiful, exploration feels rewarding, and co-op works well. At the same time, I think the developers need to carefully address the gacha system, the leveling system, and monster difficulty before release. For me, the game already has a strong foundation. Now it's all about the decisions they make moving forward. But overall, I'm optimistic about its future. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What is your biggest concern about Monster Hunter Outlanders right now? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next hunt.